I feel like your idea of success has changed. The Page of Pentacles reversed, coming out first, is telling me that the material stuff is almost secondary for you now. Where at one point it was like, I want the things, I want the dream family, I want to have the dream house and car and like the material things. It's like, I want all these things. That's what's going to make me feel successful. But I just feel like so much has changed within you and around you where those things are rather secondary compared to where you are needing your fulfillment now. And where you're needing it most, you're recognizing, is within filling up your own cup and the amount of peace that you cultivate within yourself and the amount of trust that you have with yourself and with life. It's almost like everything else is secondary now to the peace that you cultivate within yourself. And that's my dog confirming that. The amount of letting go that has been required for you to truly release what is not true or truly what's secondary and to prioritize your well-being. It's been a lot, right? It's been a lot of things. But I see one of the greatest things you've taken away from the trials and tribulations that you have been through is how to remain centered and secure in yourself and not react from turbulent times. Where in the past, I feel like you would react and you would try to manipulate the situation or try to keep things the same, try to keep that person around, try to, show someone your worth, stuff like that. It's like you're just no longer available for that kind of dysregulation to your own system. You are becoming your own safe haven and your own home. And with the Knight of Swords reversed, this is saying you're no longer reacting the same way you used to, where it was just giving into those instant reactions. Instead, your priority now is to remain centered within yourself. And that's the Emperor energy. The number four legs on a table. We are staying centered. This does not mean that you don't have emotional reactions. This is saying you know when to use them now or how to use them more properly. For example, not taking your emotions out on someone and also not being afraid to express them. There's a fine line. There's a fine line. But that's what you're getting comfortable with is, how can I honor everything I'm feeling and still not cling to something? That's what you've been getting real with yourself about. The Seven of Swords and the Six of Wands, it's like your energy is becoming so crystalline and clear with what you truly want and desire and what you're truly about, that the people and the situations that are hiding things from you or being deceptive with you, they expose themselves. It's like you don't even have to do anything, but it's just simply because of your vibration, they get exposed and then you get to decide what to do from there. And what you've learned to do is not to match them on that level of deceiving, of ego, of mind games. And instead, you come back home to yourself and you ask yourself, what's true for me? What is my truth here? And I feel like that is your way of checking in with yourself and nurturing yourself so that you're not reactive when people are reactive with you. When they're bringing unjust to you, they're not being honest or real. And you've learned to get really honest and real with yourself. And that's where I feel nice. I have the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune and the High Priestess. Ooh, this is all like deeply feminine energy of saying You just know what you're about now, and you are not willing to settle for anything less than what you desire. And you really trust that if something isn't aligned for you, it will be exposed. You won't be the victim to anything, because truly, it vibrationally cannot be otherwise, because you are searching for the truth within yourself and within others. And people that aren't on that same path of truth being the priority, they get exposed. And that's where you've had to learn to trust yourself and to give back to yourself and to nurture yourself and to know who you are from the inside out, so that people can't tell you who you are. They're not putting their own projections of you, and you're not absorbing that as truth. You're saying you're welcome to have that perspective, but that's not my truth. And that's your sovereignty, and that's your clarity and your knowingness. And that's where it's so hard, but it's like you just let people misunderstand you. You let them create their own version of you in your mind, because you're creating a version of them in your mind. Perhaps you're giving them more of the benefit of the doubt than they needed. You know? But I feel like that has been your North Compass, is like, where's the truth? Even if it's ugly and messy, and I really like, it's not even that you wouldn't rather look at it. It's like, you just need it. You need it in your life, because that's where you don't want to live in illusion. You don't want to live on some kind of like fabricated reality. You want the truth. You want the depth. You know, like that's where true fulfillment is, and true authenticity and expression of yourself and your soul. So the deep emotional work you have done, and along with the mental work, the not like recognizing like when someone isn't coming with integrity, and yeah, just knowing what you're about. And I feel like this truly gets you blessed in life. And again, it's removing the people, the situations that don't align with your truth. And it's bringing in the people that do, the situations that do, in divine timing. And that's where I feel like there's just no rush. You're not stressed. You're just like divinely sitting on your throne, and you will know who's right for you and who's not. And everyone that leaves your life, wow, Queen of Wands, Ace of Cups, everyone that leaves your life, like, they gave you something. They came in to give a gift. And I feel like that's truly how you see life, is like, there is no accidents. Everything I'm experiencing, everything that's coming in to my experience is for my benefit. And you truly see it that way. And that's why I feel like you truly get blessed on all the situations. Of course, they're not comfortable. Of course, they show up in ways we don't prefer, but they always give you something that helps you in the long run. And you're like, okay, well, that was worth it then. That's how I feel. Yeah, your strength, your resilience, your magic is all stemming from the depth of knowing yourself. So it's just not something you're willing to sacrifice anymore, you know, your well-being. I truly think you cultivate the peace, and then your magic's able to flow with more grace and accuracy. And that's what's leading you now too, is the emotions, and how you feel in this moment. I truly feel like you've let go a lot of demands of life, of like how you want things to turn out. And it's just truly like, how can I nurture myself today and be most aligned with myself now? And that is what is bringing in the future that is actually the most aligned with you, and where you're not playing games with yourself or anyone else. It's just very much, it's straightforward, it's honest, it's integrity. And those are the things that you're operating from within yourself, and then therefore that's going to be the requirement from what you experience on the outside. So I feel like you're feeling rather powerful at this time, even if it's not always the case. That's like what you've been seeding inside yourself, and making the core of you that knowing and that strength of the magic that you are. So keep doing your thing, boo.